Hello, hi, and welcome to Political Quickie, your political show that subjectively discusses current affairs in South Africa and all around the world. My name is Mapasika Mura. So, the South African elections happen next year in 2019, and the three major political parties are somewhat laying some groundwork. The ANC is busy trying to unify the factions within the political party. They're also working on ridding off the corruption. And of course, with the zealous help and excitement of the media, they are somehow rebranding President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa's image by helping us forget about the Marikana massacre, and also the fact that he was Jacob Zuma's deputy president and didn't really say anything about the corruption that was going on at that time, and only speaking up about Ukwezi when he began his CR17 campaign to become the ANC president. The DA, however, has announced that it's going after the huge provinces in the country. It currently has the Western Cape under its belt, but it is going after Gauteng, the Northern Cape, as well as the Northwest, with the understanding that they'll probably run those provinces in coalition government. So I guess, we can commend the DA on the fact that they've been the only political party that's been able to take away some power from the ANC at the polls so far. So they've also been working on their multiracial DA idea. However, that imagery has been rocked a lot by some of the members who've been caught with their foot in their mouth. In the past few years since our last elections, I think the EFF has actually laid the most groundwork. They had, a very, very big role to play when it came to Ubaba resigning. They've, passed a motion on the expropriation of land without compensation. And, arguably, Sello Malema, the CIC of the EFF, is probably right now, at this point, the most influential person in South Africa. I've been saying this. They not only influence what's happening in Parliament, but they've also been influencing the steps of the ruling party, the ANC, within their own political party. So with all that influence comes great responsibility, and my concern with the EFF is, the questions on democracy and hypocrisy. That was me actually being nice, okay? Let's focus on the challenges that these political parties are currently facing, however. So the ANC has got some factions problems. It seems more to me like a coalition political party than it actually is one unified political party. Since Ubaba stepped down, it seems like the KZN part of it has gone somewhat rogue. There's even talk of a breakaway political party in the name of Ubaba. So the political party has also been rocked with some sexism, with only one woman in the top 6 NEC. Yeah, and the consequences of corruptions have been staggering, with parastatals in awful condition. We're still under junk status. The economy has shrunk by 2.2%. Petrol prices have gone up. VAT has increased. And just as people were thinking, oh my God, this ANC government is so self-seeking, President Matamela Ramaphosa went to go see the Afrikaner Bond, the architects of apartheid, that is. So a lot of people were going crazy, like, oh my gosh, how dare he do this? He told them that, land will be shared amongst all South Africans equally, and that they should not see this as a reason to leave the country. But you know what? I think that Australia will be more than willing to receive them there. You know what I mean? I was not surprised when he did this, however, because, like I said, he's trying to pursue this Mandela imagery where he's everybody's president, let's kumbaya, let's reconcile right off to the sunset type of situation. But I think that the current climate in South Africa right now is of black South Africans just being tired of it. Extending the olive branch for so long, trying to reconcile, trying to be the rainbow nation, yet it seems as though, some white people just want to be comfortable in their privilege, and the only thing that they're willing to give is, a reconciliation under false pretenses with fake smiles. So, President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa can continue being, a Mandela-like kind of president, but at the end of the day, it's going to reflect in the polls if South Africans are willing to be at that place with him. Cape Town under DA has been rocked with some drought, with the leaders focusing more on removing Mayor Patricia de Lille more than the actual drought itself and solving that problem. And also removing the same person who's supposed to ensure that those people get water at that very critical time. Hey! I say. So I'm actually not sure if the DA itself knows why it really wanted to remove Mayor Patricia de Lille in the first place, because the allegations of corruptions against her only conveniently surfaced after there was already tension between the political party and herself. So very spicy. James Self is alleged to be the real leader of the DA, and apparently Musima Maimane is just a front man to appeal to the black constituency. And then there was Helen Zille, who's always catching her own foot in her own mouth, always landing in a lot of very, very hot water with her colonialism tweets about how, colonialism is not all that bad. We have the judiciary, etc. So it seems to me that, the DA has got more racial challenges than anything. When James Self was asked about the racial dynamics within, multi-racial DA, he said that, actually the people in the DA don't vote with the resemblance theory according to race. They vote based on who is competent, even though their leaders are mostly white males. So apparently only white males are competent within the DA. So my other problem is that the DA seems to be more concerned with Cape Town than actually the whole of the Western Cape. The likes of Gugulethu, Khayelitsha. Is there any difference really within those townships? But there is, amazing growth within Cape Town. So we'll just see what people think when they go to the polls. So the EFF has had their challenges as well. Number one being hypocrisy. So the EFF is very vocal about capitalism and white monopoly capital being the scum of the earth and being very disgusting. Yet, the likes of Sello Juju Malema and Floyd Shavambu have been photographed not only driving lavish cars, but also wearing very expensive designer gear. So it's very amazing that you talk about how this thing is the devil, yet you perpetuate its existence and its profitability. So I think I would slightly be a little bit more understanding if they, invested that money in black South African or African businesses and they perpetuated that kind of capitalism. But they don't just perpetuate South African white monopoly capital. It goes as far as Italy and, the West. So very, very hypocritical on the EFF's part. Another thing is democracy. I've said how revolutionary leaders have this tendency to become dictators at the end. And that's my biggest fear with the EFF, that, they've got these great ideas, etc. They speak to the people understand them. They've got great influence. One day they're going to rule, and then it's going to end up in some sort of dictatorship. So that's been, a very great concern of mine when it comes to the EFF. During a June 16 celebration, CIC Julius Malema said that most Indian people are racist. So this is all based on that drama between Floyd Shavambu and the Deputy General of the Treasury. So very interesting. Floyd Shavambu said that the Deputy General undermined African leadership. So everybody was up in arms like, what? What? Unbelievable. I just think that the idea that brown people cannot be racist, that's unbelievable in itself, because in South Africa, brown people actually have a superiority complex with regards to black people. That is true. And you even look at the hierarchy of how it was during colonialism and apartheid, like white, brown, black. So this is not shocking even one bit, even one bit. I wouldn't say most because there isn't a thermometer to go stick in everyone's mouth and check, are you racist or are you not racist? You look at colored people and how they are black, they are brown, and they are white by timetable. Whichever that suits them at that time, they will be that. Which is, you know what, I believe that, colored people, biracial people should be able to choose which race they are. But in South Africa, they just like hopscotching. Like, one day I'm here, the next I'm there. And then you've got Indian people, they've got colorism issues within their race. There are huge colorism issues. There are cultural issues, there are religious issues. So it's very deep. If you can discriminate you against your own race based on the shade of lightness they are, then what more someone who's completely black? Do you know what I mean? But also I think it's a bit dangerous to say that most, because we do not know how, we do not know at the end of the day. However, you also look around the world and Libyans trading West Africans as slaves. You look at the likes of Mahatma Gandhi, who advocated for Indian South Africans that they need to be treated better. But he said, what? No, but keep the blacks oppressed. They're subhuman and they're savage. Your very faith, Mahatma Gandhi, who received a Nobel Peace Prize. So it's very interesting, the racial dynamics that continue. But one thing that I'm happy about is that we are having the conversations. So the minute we have the conversations, the closer we can get to actually dealing with them and maybe get to a more kumbaya, ubuntu like South Africa. However, one person I do absolutely love is the Secretary General of the EFF, Goldridge Gad. This man, he's a very interesting character. He's been completely assimilated into the African culture. He is so African. He's sort of like the epitome of people whose ancestors were not African can be when they fully assimilate into the African culture. So I look at him with awe and like great admiration for like how he's been assimilated, because this is Africa, and if you are African, then it needs to, if it's a duck, then it must quack like a duck, it must sound like a duck. So that's one person I actually admire, to say the least. So yeah, one thing is certain in South Africa, that the voting of South African is based on the resemblance theory. Race is a very big factor when it comes to voting in South Africa. So that's why I think Juju has been able to organize and he's been able to gain so much influence over South Africans, because he speaks a message that is, it resembles their journey and what they want and where they want to be. So it's going to be pretty hard for the DA, who wants to expropriate land with compensation, and the ANC who's doing that, but only dancing to the beat of the drum of the EF. My name is Mapasik Amura. Use your talents to serve humanity, and I will see you guys on Friday. I will be taking a week break next week. So yeah, but I'll see you on Friday. We'll talk more.